Come with me to celebrate my birthday in Sicily, Italy. I had originally planned to celebrate my birthday in Paris because apparently I live under a very sportsless rock. So thanks to my mum for catching that one. And thanks to Google Flights, we found some pretty decent tickets. Living in London, this journey was about 30 hours less travel time than it would have taken from New Zealand. So even though we had to be at the airport at 3:30 in the morning, it was much less of a mish of what we used to. I tried a coffee when we landed in Catania because I'm from two very fussy coffee cities, Wellington and Melbourne. And of course, it's Italy, so even the airport coffee was lovely. Then we picked up the car, which I have absolutely no intention of driving because I am now a London public transport passenger princess. Plus, I don't know how to drive manual. Plus, I drive on the other side of the road. And no, thank you, this bisexual no longer drives. So instead, my job was to navigate and look at the pretty buildings and be an extra brain to remember which side of the road everything was on. Luckily, we were off to Ragusa, which involves a lot of backcountry roads. So we got out of the city ASAP. And Chris was able to adjust on some very chill road. Sicily is quite a small island, so it only takes about an hour to get to Ragusa. And oh my gosh, this place is so charming. We're staying at the Relais Antica Bardiga San Maurizio 1619. It's a bit of a mouthful, but it is in a very old building.
What am I doing wrong? No, surely. Yes, I totally figured this out on my own.
And would you believe this room was only 140 euros, which truly wouldn't even cover our hostel beds in London. Ergo, girl math, we're already saving money. We are very lucky that they let us check in like 3 hours early because we both hadn't slept before our flight, so we had a glorious afternoon nap. Then it was time to get up and get glam. Sipping wine on a balcony like this was basically exactly how I'd envisioned this trip, so I took a little time to just soak it all in and drink this €3 Sicilian wine, which was honestly pretty good. Then we checked out the hotel terrace, which looked out over the Cathedral di San Giovanni Battista, also known as St. John the Baptist. This church was built in the 1700s and it was a gorgeous place to watch the sunset. There was a sandwich shop right next to it, which was going hard with the bangers all night, which I thought was a very funny juxtaposition. For dinner, we went to the Tipico Bistro about 100 meters down the road in the Piazza Giovanni because we just kind of got the vibe that most of the restaurants in Ragusa were going to deliver, and we were right. We had some Sicilian sparkling Prosecco, which is my favorite, and the servers were such good banter. I had the burrata, which was absolutely loaded with prosciutto, and Chris got the ragu ravioli, which he hasn't stopped talking about since. For the mains, I went for the lamb pasta, and Chris got the lamb cutlets, and I nearly burnt my mouth on the pasta because it came up piping hot.
It's too hot.
And then for dessert, Chris got the pistachio souffle, and I went for the classic with the tiramisu. Both were divine. And that was day one. So make sure you follow if you want to come with me for more travel adventures. I also share videos on fashion, art, and design.